Okay, welcome everybody. Friday night primetime game. Prior Lake versus Eden Prairie here at the Eden Prairie Community Center. It's the night before a snowstorm. Everybody gassed up, ready to go tomorrow. I don't know, what are they saying? South Metro, not too much anymore. And Northern Metro, probably a little bit more, I guess. That's what we're hearing. But I don't know, a day or so ago, I heard like a foot. And now we're, 3 inches maybe. So that's pretty typical, isn't it? They promise everything. Everybody wants the snow, and then so they tell you what you want to hear, and then the day before it doesn't happen. Well, whatever. So we have an abbreviated warm-up here tonight. We had a malfunction on the Zamboni, and so they were late resurfacing. So we have about a minute warm-up before we have to get rolling and keep the time and the trains moving at the Eden Prairie Community Center as more people are coming in and other games are later this evening. So Prior Lake, interesting story there. We came in the last time we played them. They were searching for their first win as well. So it was the battle of the winless at that point in time. Prior Lake came away with the victory, their first victory. And then since then, they've gone on quite the tear and rocketed up the standings. I don't have them for you today. It's been a busy day, so I didn't have time to put everything together. But they've rocketed up the standings, and they are now ranked 7th in the state. And we are ranked number 34 still. So they have certainly found a vibe, and they're on their way. And they've had quite a bit of success in the last month or so. So what does that mean for us? Well, we had a really good showing the other night over at Edina. Came away with our first District 6 win. Most of the District 6 schools are within the top 10 in the state right now. So as I've mentioned before, this is a hard district to play in. And so we're just keeping up. And they were all just completely jazzed after the victory the other night against Edina. And so I think we can, carry that over, and they know that they can do it. And they know they can do it late in the game too. So rather than kind of petering out in the game, they can actually accelerate through the game. And that's pretty cool. That was something that they kind of found last week or the other night. And hopefully we can see that again today as well. So we got 2 cameras set up, 1 on each corner. Don't have the center camera. But we will make do with what we have tonight and hope it all works out. So we are underway here, and right out of the gate, Prior Lake gets their first goal from behind the net, passed out to the center, and dropped it in. So just like that, we get Prior Lake on the march and tack one up for them on the scoreboard. So Leo off the face-off. Prior Lake brings it back up to Eden Prairie zone. They go down behind the net and circle back up. They try to bank it off the far boards. And it's picked up by Eden Prairie, by Wenkus. Mason, he's back again, feeling good. And he tries to center it out in front. And that was intercepted by a couple of Prior Lake players, and now we're going to get a penalty pretty early in the first period against Prior Lake. So we'll tee off down in their zone, and we'll go at it one more time as we go a man up with Matthew Tucker, Pavel Bassoff, and Charlie up front, and Caleb and Mason back on defense. So off the draw, puck comes back behind the net. Charlie's there, center it out in front. Backhand shot by Pavel, wide left, and comes back on the point. Caleb's able to keep it alive over to Tucker. Tucker now tries to negotiate a couple Lakers, and he can't. Now Caleb over to Wenkus. Wenkus tries to chop it up a little bit further. Caleb again fires it up. Puck is loose in front. Rink turns the wrong way, can't see it, and now Prairie Lake shoves it back out to center, and they drive it up and over center ice. They go wide right, pass off, and shot, score on Eli. He didn't even see it, it didn't look like. And just like that, Prairie Lake logs their second of the evening. Well, not how we wanted to start, is it? Prairie Lake now regroups back in their zone off the face-off. They kind of fumble it a little bit, sling it back around to the side, far side. They drop it back up center ice and goes back into the Eden Prairie zone. Dylan picks it up from behind the net, tries to shovel it back up, but he's stopped by Prairie Lake, and now Miles comes around and he's looking up ice. He tries to find Schroeder, and Gray comes up with it instead. Gray just dumps it down into the Prairie Lake zone. And now Miles picks it up, shot right into the stomach of a Prairie Lake Laker, and now they come up 2-on-1, shot again to Eli, deflected wide right. And now we got a scrum down on the near side corner here, where they center it out, shot, and another score by Prairie Lake. 3-0 early in the first period. So certainly not the start we wanted. But we keep playing the game and we'll see what happens. We scored 5 in the third period the other day, so no worries. Prairie Lake again on the drive. Carson chases him into the corner. They pop it out in front again, and to no avail on Prairie Lake's case, as now Walters passes it up to Leo. Leo comes down. He drives wide right. He circles back. He's got Grayson out in front, back to Carson. Carson back to Leo. Leo tries to center and gets it intercepted by Prairie Lake, and now Prairie Lake brings it back up. Cross center ice back into the Eden Prairie zone, drops it off left. Shot again, deflected off of Eli. And the Lakers retain control as Leo goes in deep into the corner, comes back out to Grayson. Grayson gets hooked as he goes up. He goes down, and Prairie Lake comes back, pops it up across the board. They come back out to the center again. They drive up the near side, and they get blocked. They are just much faster, and they are winning the races right now. Shot wide right by Pryor. Back out to the slot again. Charlie chases, tries to put some pressure on. He stays there. Tucker flips it back up to Charlie. Prairie Lake's able to keep it alive into their end, and they come back. Shot. Nope, no shot. Sorry, I'm all the way down at the other end, so I have poor eyesight. Again, back to the point for Prairie Lake, and now puck comes back out into the neutral zone, and Prairie Lake is forced to drive it back up ice again. And now it saunters its way back to the Prairie Lake zone as Pavel is there to try to put some pressure on. Charlie tries to slap it away. He can't. Matthew's able to keep it alive. Matthew coming in. He's got 1-on-2. He gets ridden off into the half wall on the hash marks. And now it pops back out again to center ice. Dylan over to Carson. Carson looking up ice. He telegraphs his pass back up to Pavel again. Pavel drives down deep. He exits the ice as he gets a change, and Eli Schroeder now picks it up. centers it back out in front. No Eagle there. And the Lakers bring it back up across the neutral zone. Drive wide. Bounces it up off the hash wall, out to the point. Shot, fluttering shot. Doesn't make it to the net. And Strong and Schroeder are there to intercept and try to poke it away, but to no avail. The Lakers retain possession, keep it alive in the Eden Prairie zone. Look out, nice block by Carson there, and he drops it back up out to center ice. Lakers again regroup. They just drop it right back down into the Eagles zone. However, they get it taken away. And we chop it back up along the near side. They almost made it out to the center ice, and rocket of a shot by Prior Lake. Deflected off Eli's pads. Puck comes back out again. Ethan Gray picks it up. He's knocked over in the middle of the rink. No call on that. And Gray picks it up on the far corner. Flop shot up and out of play by Prior Lake. So things have slowed down maybe a little bit here. We got 6:18 left to go in the first, where Prior Lake off to a fast rocketing start, up 3-0 on Eden Prairie. But these guys aren't going to quit. They're going to keep focused, and they're going to just fight back one at a time. Pryor pops it up to the center. They look wide right. They drive wide right, beat one guy, centering pass out in front, and they couldn't connect. And now flops up in the air. Nobody sees it. Finally, Eli sees it, and we get a stoppage of play. And so now we've got Leo again on the face-off. Puck comes back out to Mason. Mason takes it behind the ice. He stops, reverses course. He drops it back up to Walters. Walters picks it up. He dribbles it up along the sideline. And then Leo picks it up again, comes back. Walters now tries to pop it back. Sorry, I'm a little rusty here today. We haven't had Rink 3 in a little while, so my thumbs are not quite there to switch screens. They get by one guy, the Lakers do, and then they put a shot up, and puck is loose. Eli way over on the side, and he tries to cover it up. Puck still pops out, and it stays loose again. And Atterbury rides the guy into the boards, tries to get it out of the zone, but Prior Lake keeps it alive, and now Caleb fights for it along the near side corner. Prior Lake comes back out. They've got all the time in the world. Looking for a guy out front, still unassisted, tries to stuff, and Eli with the save. And we're going to get a shift change on both teams here with 4:54 remaining in the first. All right, Matthew fights for it, tries to chop it up ice. Prior Lake acquires the puck, and Dylan now races it behind the net. I'm sorry, is that Dylan? No, that's Mild. No, that is Dylan. And Matthew gets hooked, and we're going to get a penalty on Prior Lake. Sorry, we didn't see that. Charlie picks it up, and there's a whistle as we're going to get a hook on Prior against Matthew there. You didn't see it, I promise. It was quite overt. Adjust you a little bit. There we go. So Eden Prairie will go up on their second power play of the night. No luck on the first. Maybe the second will do. Oh, pass from Dylan over to Mason, intercepted. And they fanned on the shot. Did we get it? I don't know if we got it. but Prairie Lake was able to come away, get a shot off, and now Tucker drives up front. Nice move, puts a shot in there, doesn't quite make it all the way. Puck is still loose. Bassoff with a shot right into the midsection of Prairie Lake, and now they march back off again and dump it down into the Eden Prairie zone as Prairie Lake gets a new batch of players out. Puck back up Prairie Lake zone as Eden Prairie shoves it back up there. Rink comes up to attack, and now Bassoff slings it around back to the point again. Mason with a shot over the top high, and now Prairie recovers it at the center ice, and Eden Prairie intercepts. Matthew again coming through. He does a pirouette, tries to retain control. He doesn't, and now Lakers again on the march back up front again. Strong picks it up on a long pass downfield as Caleb now has Ethan up front, and they just couldn't quite connect, but Ethan tries to pick it up down low. And again, Prairie Lake is able to clear it out. Eden Prairie is able to drop it back down into the Prairie Lake zone. They're able to keep it alive. Strong tries to push it. Shot by Schroeder. Just wide. Gray now tries to pick it up. Oh, nice pass. Nice pickup by Pavel or Alexi. And Prairie Lake comes back up ice again with it. Another collision. A lot of collisions early in the game, but we're going to get another penalty. This time on the Eagles. And now it's our turn to go on the first penalty kill of the night. Still 3-0. So after that early mayhem, everything's settled down a little bit, and we can settle into the game. Maybe they came out, didn't really know how fast they were going to be, and so we just had to get adjusted to the speed, and now I think we have, and maybe we'll have a game here from the rest of the time that we have together tonight. Back all the way across ice to the point, wayward pass. They're able to keep it alive. And Prairie Lake dumps it back behind the net. They try to swing it back out to the point again. Puck gets loose in front of the net. They now drop behind. And Leo, with that long stick of his, he reaches out and grabs it, tries to pop it back up ice again, but unsuccessful with that venture. And now it swings back around again to the far side where he meets some pressure by Rory. Another shot, and Prairie Lake adds another to the scoring column. With looks like 23 seconds left to go in the first period. Pass, face-off comes out to Charlie. Charlie quickly ejects the puck from his stick. He passes it right back out to the center again. He gets driven into the boards from behind. As now it's loose down low behind the net, over into the far corner. Charlie now pops it up. He skates it up the ice. He crosses over to the blue line, tries to pass it over to Tucker. Gets that stick knocked away and loses control of the puck, and now Prairie Lake comes back up ice again. Rink stops it, passes it back up to Tucker, and Tucker drops it down into the Prairie Lake zone. As we come to the end of the first period, Prairie Lake banks it up off the boards and drives out, pops it out to the center cross ice. No success there. Strong back to Rink. Rink flips it back over to Tucker. Tucker chops it up the ice. to Pavel. And we're going to have an ice on Eden Prairie. I can't see the clock. But we're getting close, folks. Sorry, I can't see it. It looks like 111 or 11, one of the two. Nonetheless, we're almost finished. And off the face-off, puck flies all the way down to the Prairie Lake zone. They pick it up. Gray goes in, knocks the guy up against the boards, and there we are. That'll do it. End of first period. 4-0, Prairie Lake over Eden Prairie. And we'll switch ends, see if that changes anything. If it's anything like the first period, we'll have a little bit more action on this end now. So next week we got a game against Edina White. We've got, I think, just one game next week. That's back over to Braemar again, so we'll have a nice little stint at Braemar the last couple of nights, or the last couple of games. 2 in the 3, and then the following week it's wheels up to Fargo for the Squirt International, where we get to trade a bunch of pins again and enjoy the nice Fargo winter. Folks up there this weekend, they might have to be contending with, I think our B2s are up there this weekend, and they're going to have to fight against some snow and some wind, so maybe the drive home may be a little bit tricky. Make sure you pack your winter survival kit. Chocolate bar, gotta have the chocolate bar. Coffee can, right? A candle, all that good stuff. Has any of that stuff changed since 1982? Have they revised the list, the shopping list at all? To include like a Nintendo Switch or something of that? I don't know. All right, well, so Prairie Lake kind of passes it back and forth in their home end, as now Eden Prairie drops it down. They try to connect with it, drop it down low in the far side corner. They sling it around. Prairie Lake slings it around. Eden Prairie is able to keep it alive. Dylan passes it over to Schroeder again. Schroeder looks one way, goes the other. Now he's looking to the center, pops it up. It's deflected, and now Eden Prairie is able to keep it alive, as Mason showed a nice hustle all the way over, but to no avail. EP still picks it up at center ice. They drop it back down again. Schroeder all the way. He tries to go through a sea of blue, a literal sea of Laker blue, and he gets knocked down, and now Prairie Lake puck comes down into the Eden Prairie zone, and that's going to be an ice. Back out to the point. Dylan with a shot wide right. And Prairie Lake now picks it up. They hustle it back up the ice, try to clear the zone. They can't. Eden Prairie is able to keep it alive right now. Leo tries to put some effort into it, although the Lakers now bring it back to center ice. Dylan picks it up. Center, he banks it off the boards. Back over to Leo again. Walters. He tried to pop it out, but that was intercepted by a Laker. Now shot in off the pads of Leo. Oh, centering pass. Nice play by Prairie Lake. It gets loose on the side. They still have it. Popped it back out again. Backhand in front. And it's still alive, and now Dylan is able to get a stick on it, and he pops it back up to Walters, waiting for it. Walters now Lakers intercept it. Walters picks it back up again. He's not giving up, as they just slap the stick back and forth as we enter in. Oh, shot by Atterbury, and it goes wide right. Lakers now march up the ice. Walters picks it up. He drops it back down into the Prior Lake zone. Tries to shovel it off into the slot. Nobody there to receive it as Eden Prairie gets a change, and now the Lakers race up the ice wide right. Dylan's there to meet him. Charlie now pops it back up the ice to Pavel, and it comes back and forth, and we get an offside on Eden Prairie. Puck gallivants all the way across ice off the faceoff. Rink was there to try to go chase it, and it pops out of play on the Prior Lake bench, and we're going to redo it at the middle. So Tucker at center, Rink on the left side, strong left defenseman. And the puck now, Eden Prairie tried to get it down deep. They couldn't, and now Prior Lake comes back across. They put a shot, right into Eli's mask. Another shot into Eli. He didn't even move. Another shot into Eli, into a sea of white and red. And now Tucker drops it up, banks it off to Pavel. And Caleb tried to slap it back down again. Tucker back to Strong, Strong back to Rink, Rink back to Tucker again, across ice, not sure about that one. And now Tucker back over again to Caleb. Caleb tries to reverse course. Matthew there astutely picks it back up, back to Strong again. Charlie parked at the blue line. Carson decides to go across by himself. Now he gets waylaid over and mobbed over on the hash marks. And Prior Lake grabs it, picks it up. Carson goes after him. You hear a big thunk into the boards. Didn't see it, as that's kind of our blind spot. Caleb now picks it back up deep in the Eden Prairie zone, rims it all the way around. Laker there to pick it up, but Schroeder beats him to it. Laker takes it away from Schroeder. Now he's fighting to pick it up off the corner. And he going all over the place, putting on a little exhibition of stick handling. They drop it back down again to the half wall. He looks up ice, now back down again, backhands it out. Schroeder there to slap it away. And so a lot of Swedish no finish from Prior Lake on that play. And now Rink tries to cross over into the blue line and into the zone. He gets mobbed by a couple Lakers again. And now the Lakers pop it back up ice. They bring it across into the zone again. And Mason rides him off, rides his stick off. He goes down. Schroeder picks it up. He tries to bring it back up ice again. He looks over to Ethan Gray. Gray now passes it back to Schroeder. Schroeder now looking for a couple options. He had Mason in his sights, but it gets intercepted by the Lakers. And now Mason tries to drop it down. They can't. Comes back out to center ice. Schroeder's there to pick it up again. And Eden Prairie goes offside as Ethan couldn't get back quite in time. And we get a shift change. So now we have Leo, Atterbury off on the front. Prior Lake again comes up, crosses, tries to toe drag through the Eden Prairie zone. Fortunately, there's a guy right there. Oh, goes off Eli, and couldn't get it. He's got tons of time in the world. Goes off of Miles' skate. Mason pushes the guy into the wall. No call on that one, as the ref looked right at him. And we get a save by Eli. So about 7:20 left to go in period 2. Miles over to Mason. Mason plays with it behind the net. Langley from Prior Lake comes up with it. Shot. Oh, 5-hole right through Eli's legs. And Prior Lake adds another one. So back out again. Tucker facing off. Charlie to his left. Pavel to his right. Carson to his back left. Dylan to his back right. Strong pauses. Chops it back up to Charlie again. Charlie battles for it. Prior Lake's able to keep it alive. Tucker now inserts himself kind of as a wedge. He takes the puck back. He's got Pavel over on the far side. Cross ice pass. And now Eden Prairie dumps it down low into the Prior Lake zone as their battle ensues for the puck with Tucker and Dylan. No, I'm sorry. Tucker and Pavel. Like I said, I can't see from all the way down here. Now we get a couple players going down at the half wall. Prior Lake tried to clear it up. They can't, but they still retain control of it. Now they bank it up off the boards, and they are able to clear it back out. Tucker over to Strong. Strong up to Rink. Bounces right over Rink's stick, and that goes all the way down. No ice. As Prairie looks for options. They sling it over to Dylan. Dylan with a shot wide right. Centering pass out in front again to the slot, and Prior Lake is there for the reception. Now he's looking up ice again. Prior Lake comes on 3-2, odd man rush. Here comes the reinforcements. They bring it around the Eden Prairie night. Leathers comes all the way out. He looks for a couple different options. He's still winding everybody up. Oh, there's a guy right out in front. Oh, Eli with the save is just a little too strong, or a little not quite on target. And now Schroeder brings it back up ice again. He runs into the wall at the center ice. He still maintains control. He drops it back. And Prior Lake now picks up the loose puck. Everybody going down. Prior Lake now, again, good passing. They get ridden off by Caleb. Caleb centering their pass out in front. Nice save by Eli. And now comes back out to the center. Slap shot, deflected a couple times. Wide right. Caleb now fights for it over on the side. Try to clear it. Oh, nice. And Ethan with the pickpocket. He now drives up the side, but he gets waylaid at the hash marks. Prior Lake now rims it around the side. The intended receiver goes down as they now adapt. Shot in by Caleb and saved by Prior Lake. With 4:11 left in the second period. Prior Lake still 5, Eden Prairie nothing. Now, Prior Lake, man, they're for real. You know, maybe they got off to a slow start, but they're playing aggressive. They move the puck well. They pass well. So now we just have to play harder. So now they sling it around behind the Prior Lake net, trying to clear it back out again, up ice. Eden Prairie doing a good job of keeping it alive in the Prior Lake zone as Leo is able to keep it alive. Oh, and that they finally cleared it out, and we couldn't get back in time fast enough for an offsides. And we're going to get another changing of the guard again with Matthew, Charlie, and Pavel, Dylan, and Miles coming on for this line. Off the face-off. Puck comes back out to the Eden Prairie zone. Dylan banks it up along the boards. Lakers lose it and drops down behind Prior Lake net. Kind of floats along the blue line. Prior Lake now able to make some headway down into the Eden Prairie zone, but Dylan's there to pick it up. Miles now looking for options. Whoa, risky. He tries to pass it up ice. He's able to. Pavel to Charlie. Charlie picks it up again. He goes wide right. He tries to backhand it in. And the puck's still alive. Tucker back to Pavel again. Shot wide right. Charlie now charges after it. Picks it up at the hash marks. Slings it back around behind the net. Tucker going back and forth. Again, shot. And intercepted by Prior Lake. Charlie picks it back up again. Shoves it back up to Tucker. Prior Lake intercepts, regroups, and now brings it back up again into the Eden Prairie zone. As we're now going to get a offsides on Prior Lake. All right, 2 minutes and some change. I can see that one remaining in the second. Well, maybe that wasn't offsides. I don't know. They're teeing it off in the middle again, so maybe I missed that one. 2 and change. Puck goes back down behind the Prior Lake net. Centering pass out in front to Schroeder, and he can't maintain it. Again, Schroeder shot, score! Eden Prairie finds their first of what we hope is many tonight. Games, what have we learned? What have we learned from the other game last week? A lot of hockey left in the third period, isn't there? All right, so puck back over into the Prior Lake zone. Let's now find some speed. Let's find some effort. Collision at the blue line. Bodies go flying. It looked like 2 helicopters. Now it comes back into the Eden Prairie zone. Prior Lake picks it up. They shove it back out. Centering pass out in front. Another pass. Shot. And Eli finally gets a mid on it and covers it up for a save. Fan shot at the blue line at the point. And Eden Prairie, and we get another puck offside. Oh no, we're going to get a penalty. Who's the penalty on? Is it a penalty? I didn't see it. I think it was behind the play. Nope, it was. And it looks like it's going to be Carson. Nope, it's on Prior Lake. Like I said, totally missed that one. So Eden Prairie's going to go up on another power play. Let's see if we can add another one. Put another one on the board. Wenkus picks it up, drives like a bullet behind the back of the net. Walters is there to help out and support as well. As Miles is able to keep it alive, he just kind of shoves it down there nicely, hoping for a deflection, something to happen. And now again, they fight for it on the half wall. Pass back out to the point to Miles. And now Pryor's got a breakaway. Mason chugging with a back check. Look out. Nice save by Eli. As Walters now picks it up. He races up across center ice. He's still going. Everybody's waiting patiently at the blue line. Shot in by Leo. And that's deflected. And now puck comes back out again. Wow, I'm busy tonight changing cameras, and that's going to be a ice on Prior Lake. with a short time remaining. I can't see the seconds. As we square off again, I do know that we got 26 seconds left on our power play. I can see that, so there you go. And that'll do it. So we didn't have much time at all, I guess. And that'll do it for the end of the second, where we have Prairie Lake 5, Eden Prairie 1. Eden Prairie able to put their first goal up, as well as Prairie Lake able to add another to keep the spread at 4. So 13 minutes left. Don't leave anything on the bench. Eden Prairie girls varsity team playing on the rink 1 next to us right now in a sectional game. Can you believe it? It's already sectional time. And they're playing Chanhassen. So good luck to them tonight in the sectionals. Just saw the Pee Wee AA boys playing against Moundsview on rink 2. So it's a busy night at the Eden Prairie Community Center. 3 games going. Parking, not the easiest. So if you're home on this kind of cool, blustery night, probably not a bad idea. Look at those little urchins down there dancing to Sweet Caroline. I like it. All right, so we're back at it again. Right off the face-off, Eden Prairie comes out strong. Bassoff picks it up. He passes it back to Dylan. Dylan slings it back down. Charlie picks it up on the far corner. He dumps it back around again. And now Prairie Lake tries to shove it up the ice. Carson able to keep it alive in the zone. Tucker over there fights for it, battles in the corner. He's small, but boy, he packs a punch. Back out to the dot. Bassoff picks it up again, brings it back down to Dylan. Dylan back over to Bassoff. Bassoff tried to get it back out to Carson, and unfortunately, a Prairie Lake player was right there. Carson with a nice back check, rushing down. He's always good for the effort. Prairie Lake parks it over on the far side, passes it back over to the near side, back over to the high slot, goes off. Charlie skates, shot in there, and Eli with the nab. As Eden Prairie came out on that shift looking a little stronger, a little faster, more intensity, understanding the urgency that they've got a tall task ahead of them. They need to tally up 5 this period, but we know they can do that. So easy peasy. Puck back out to the point again, shot wide right by Prairie Lake. Ethan gets over there on the far side. The slot, Caleb tries to pry it away, but Prairie Lake is there to match them. And now Schroeder fires it back up the side. Alexi tries to stick handle around one Laker. He can't. Eli comes in to support, but Prairie Lake comes away with it. They drop it down again. Caleb, nice play by Caleb. He picks it up, rounds behind the back of the net, and he pokes it back up front. Got Alexi on the far side. He drops it back over to Mason again. Mason now back up to Alexi. Alexi tries to find Ethan in the center of the ice. Ethan now is able to get it after it had a brief interlude with a couple Prairie Lake players. He passes it back over to Alexi again. Alexi now zigzagging his way with the pass up, and Schroeder rockets into a back of the Prairie Lake player. They go down, and now Alexi fighting for it over on the center of the ice on the red line. Gray picks it up. Why did I switch? I don't know. I assume that was what I was supposed to do. We're still here in the Prairie Lake zone. Caleb, nice grab, picks it up again. He goes, it's Caleb against the whole Prairie Lake team as he drops it in low as Eden Prairie gets a shift change. Prairie Lake now comes up, shot! And Eli with the nab. Whew, that thing had some smoke on it. Check Eli's glove for a hole. And we'll start over again. Good pace to start the third period here by Eden Prairie. I know that they want it. They knew that they had a nice performance last third period that they played hockey. So, you know what? Let's replicate the success. Atterbury crosses over the blue line. He tries to stick handle through a bunch of Prior Lake players. He loses it. And now Prior Lake picks it up again. They got a guy over on the far side, or near side. And they try to drop it away, but they lose control. They keep it again. Shot in, deflected. And Miles is there to pick it up. He slings it all the way up the ice, crosses over a couple different lines. Now he's going back again. Miles with and he gets the shot off wide right. He was running the gauntlet like he was breaking out of prison or something. Dylan now picks it up, tries to dump it back down to Walters. Walters moves on over as Prior Lake now sling it back up the board again. Tried to find the guy in the center. Dylan is there to intercept. He circles back as he sees no options, and now he dumps it down as Eden Prairie gets a line change. Now Pryor back up again. Crosses over to the red line. Coming in wide right. Shot again to Eli. Big rebound as Eden Prairie now picks it up. Tucker racing up across both lines. He's got Rink right in front. Rink, shoot! Oh, and can't quite get there as Rink goes into the slides into the boards. And he knew he had it. He's disappointed. Just a little too far and maybe a little too much delay. No problem. Good play, guys. Try it again. Keep passing the puck. That's how we won last week or against Edina, is that we moved the puck. So, third period looking strong for the Eagles. They, like I said, we got an extra gear here that they seem to have found. Basov from Caleb to Basov. Basov now fires it in there. Charlie picks it up. He launches it back to Carson. Carson's ready for it. He drops it back down to Charlie. Matthew picks it up behind the net. He's got a couple different options. What's he going to do? Is he coming over to the weak side? He's looking for his weak side support. Drops it up to Caleb. Caleb keeps it alive. Basov now over to Tucker again. Tucker again gets into a stick fight with a defender. Carson still able to keep it alive. Charlie picks it up, passes it back over to the top of the circle. And Tucker tries to center it out as he had both Basov and Rink down there. Now Carson keeps it alive, fires it in there, deflected off a couple players. And they try to rim it back up again. Carson still keeps it alive, but now it looks like, oh no, they turn back again. Prior Lake looking for a couple options, and now they are able to finally clear it into the center. But just as they do that, Pavel picks it back up again and drops it down as Charlie chases after it in the corner. He tries to make something happen, get a stick on it. Tucker's there again to fight for it as well. Caleb now picks it up in the slot. Shoot, Caleb! Oh, and it right into the glove of Prior Lake's goalie. Good puck movement, good hustle by the Eagles here as they're trying to find those extra goals with 7:26 remaining in the game. Well-deserved break by that line, and now we got Schroeder and Alexi and Ethan up front. Puck comes back out. And Prior Lake is able to clear it. They drop it back down, backhanded pass out in front of Eli. Scrumble. And we get Eli finally gets a glove on it as there was a, what do you call it, a scrumble? It's kind of like a scrumble. It's a new word maybe, but I like it. We'll use it, the scrumble in front of the net. It's kind of like a cross between a rumble and a scramble. All right. Ethan Off the faceoff, crosses into Prior Lake zone. Schroeder brings it wide, passes it back out to the point. Mason with Wenkus. Wenkus picks it up. He gets blocked by a couple of Lakers as now Prior Lake drops it back up, crosses over Eden Prairie's blue line, not making too much headway there as puck comes back out to center ice and forces Prior Lake to regroup. Ethan now charges after it. Puck just kind of saunters along the blue line as now Eagles are able to drop it back up and down into the Prior Lake goal. Ethan there to try to put a nab on it. Now Schroeder comes in, tries to put a body on a Laker. Laker quickly evade any sort of maneuvers by Eden Prairie. They bring it back down and get bottled up again along the inside hash marks. Now, I couldn't see who that was. Nonetheless, they find Gray back over the far side. He stops. Ooh, nice little move. Fake to pass behind. He's still dribbling it up along the board, but Prior Lake is there to intercept and recover, and they drop it back out to the center where Strong picks it up at mid-ice. He slaps it back to Prior Lake. Prior Lake now is able to keep control, bring it back into the Eden Prairie zone. They lose it halfway down there, but they're able to keep it still alive. They swing all the way around to the left of the net, and they go down in a heap behind the net, and Carson is there to pick it up. They drop it back up. Prior Lake keeps it in the Eden Prairie zone. Back to Schroeder again. Schroeder over to Alexi. Alexi back over to Grayson. Grayson has some time. He had some momentum, loses it in the circle. He's still fighting for it as they now go behind the net. And Prior Lake now clears it back out of their zone to center ice. Puck chips its way across, still hovering along the blue line. They bring it back into their zone. Cross ice pass. They dump it back down low, and now they're starting over again. So now they rim it back up again along the far side. Miles goes down as we've got momentum. Shot in, score by Prior Lake. And they put another tick in their column, 6-1. Prior Lake over Eden Prairie with 4:10 remaining. All right, no worries. Still plenty of time. Puck off the bounce, off the face-off, drops back down into the Prior Lake zone. They quickly escort it back up ice again. Now they've got some urgency there that they've shown. They were like, Eden Prairie, enough. We're coming back at you again. Tucker is able to cross ice over to Mason. Mason toe drags through a couple guys. Pavel's there to pick it up. And now Prior Lake marches it back up ice again. They sling it around to the side. Rink tries to fire it back up ice again. He can't quite get enough on it. Prior Lake's able to keep it alive. Centering pass out in front. Puck is loose. And Tucker grabs onto it. He charges up the center. He's got Rink on his left. He goes through everything. Rink, go to the net. Oh, nice shot. Coast to coast express by Matthew Tucker. And Eden Prairie scores and puts their second on the board. A beautiful coast-to-coast trip by Matthew Tucker from deep in his slot all the way down for the goal. Eden Prairie stays alive here. What a play by Matthew. He went through everybody. That will be a highlight reel, but it's better. Shot in, and just like that. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't have it. What you missed was a score from Prior Lake. Oh well. I was talking about Tucker so much, I forgot to switch cameras. Sorry about that. All right. 7-2. 2 minutes left. It's looking not looking good for the Eagles tonight. But what they can come away with tonight is some really hard effort in the third period, which has probably been one of their weaker periods of the season. So they kind of start out stronger and then maybe just peter out a little bit towards the end. Get tired and stuff, it's a tough sport. But these last two games, they've definitely showed a lot more hustle and a lot more attack in the third period. So we can learn something from that. Walters now grabs it. The center shot, goes right into the inside knee of a Prior Lake player. Back out to the point. Carson fights for it. He gets it pickpocketed. And we're going to get a cross-check penalty on an Eden Prairie player. It looks like, is that Grayson? It is Grayson. I didn't see that. I was following the puck. So we'll review that. We may not make it the full length of time here with like $1.50 left to go. We may time out as we started late. We'll see. We probably won't. I think they got a game clock. Back out to Miles. Miles over to Dylan. Dylan back down to Tucker. Tucker tries to fire it. Back up to the point again, over to Miles. Miles again, back to Tucker. Up to Dylan again. And open net, ice. By Prior Lake. Zamboni driver. He's getting ready to go. He's waiting. He's waiting. And that's it. That'll do it. Ref called the game. So all she wrote here at EP3, where the Eagles go down to the Lakers from Prior Lake 7-2, as the Prior Lake Lakers continue the march and the success and the winning streak that they're on. So that's it. Eagles came out strong. Good effort in the third period. Celebrate that success, I think. I thought they played strong. And we'll have some practices. I think we got the weekend off. Enjoy the Super Bowl. I could care less who wins. I don't like either team. Be nice to see a three-peat though, wouldn't it? And we'll see you next time. Edina White next week.